They're just right.
Just exactly, just right.
Hi,
Hi,
Jen.
Jackie.
Hello, how is everyone?
Good.
Hey.
Wonderful. I hope you all are enjoying this lovely overcast Tuesday.
Yeah, it just started sprinkling by me.
Really?
Oh,
Do you live in Marin? You do. Don't you live in Green Bay or somewhere
I
else?
live up in Petaluma.
oh,
It's sprinkling. Oh, it's possibly PG&E is working on a gas line in front, so I can't really tell, but it looks darker.
um, all right, everyone. Welcome to the afternoon stretch break today. We're going to be doing a mix of total body stretches to kind of get our bodies moving a little bit. But if you have anything in particular that is a little bit tight today, or anything that you'd like me to focus on, feel free to drop that in the chat, and I can definitely add that to the list of things that we're going to be doing during this stretch break. So I'll keep an eye out for that, but we're gonna go ahead and get started standing. So we'll be on our Luis needs some hips. We can definitely add some hips in there. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start standing here. And what we're gonna do is we're going to interlace our fingers together and we're going to bring our hands overhead. Feet are about shoulder width apart, and our palms are going to face the ceiling. So our fingers are interlaced, palms towards the ceiling. And what we're going to do is we're going to place all of our weight into our left foot and lean towards the right. So we're stretching out our side, our shoulders a little bit. We want to make sure that our shoulders are away from our ears and that we're breathing nice and deep into the chest, feeling our shoulders and our back and our chest open on up. Awesome. And on our next exhale, we're going to return to center and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So weight in the right foot leaning towards the left. We really want to push our palms away from us, feeling that stretch through the shoulders, through the chest, and through our side body here. Keeping those shoulders away from our ears. Nice big deep breaths, slow exhales, feeling our tension leave our upper body. And on the next exhale, we can return to center. And we're going to gently, slowly bring our hands down. And we're going to go ahead and go into a forward fold. So bringing our hands towards the ground. If you cannot reach the ground, totally okay. We just want to get as far as we can with our hands towards the ground. And we want to just let our arms hang here for a second. So if you need to grab your elbows, feel free to do that. But we're just going to let our head, neck, and shoulders get really heavy here. Just going to let gravity kind of stretch out our upper body here a little bit. Feels very good after sitting and standing at my computer all day. My back gets pretty tight with that. So this will help kind of offset the position that we've been in all day, and also will help us stretch out the back parts of our legs, our hamstrings. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to walk our hands off to one side. So from this side. So I'm going to go towards the left here. Just going to walk my hands out, kind of start to feel that stretch on in my lower back here. So we're walking the hands. And again, if you aren't able to touch the ground with your hands, you can place your hands on your feet or your ankle, your shin, whatever's available to you today. Making sure we're not forgetting to breathe. And we have our whole feet are on the ground. So we're not rocking too far on the toes or too far on the heels. If you do put a little bit more weight on your toes, you will feel a little bit more of a tense of a hamstring stretch. So if your hamstrings are tight, that will help. And now let's go ahead and walk our hands over to the other side. Same thing, going as far as you can. If you cannot reach the ground, go ahead and grab your foot or your ankles. Rest your hands, whatever feels comfortable today. Still feeling nice and relaxed through the upper body. letting gravity kind of stretch out our neck still. We're really feeling this stretch more in our low back and in our hamstrings today. And let's go ahead and walk our hands back to center. And from here, what we're going to do is we're going to grab our big toe. So grab each big toe with your hand with your thumb and pointer finger. And we're going to do some squats here. So we're going to, while holding onto our toes, we're going to bring those hips down as far as we can. And, you know, if it's not available to you to go all the way down today, go to where it feels comfortable. But this is a nice hip opening stretch. Might be a little difficult, but if you need to kind of wobble around, kind of move your hips a little bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stand back up, okay? So we're going to straighten our legs, squeeze the glutes, and return to that forward fold position. And now we're going to go back down into that squat. We're going to do this a couple times. We'll hang out here at the bottom for a second or two, and then squeeze the glutes and come back up to that straight leg position. So let's go ahead and do that 2 more times, bringing those hips down, holding for a second or two, and then squeeze and come back up. And we're going to do this 1 more time, bringing those hips down. And here, we're going to stay here for a little bit longer. I know this may be uncomfortable, but we want to really get those hips nice and open. They tend to get a little tight from sitting down during the day. And what we're going to do here is we're going to do a nice spine opening movement. So this is going to be more of an active stretch, but we're going to have our hands out in front of us. Whole foot is on the ground. Our hips are as low as we can get them. And I'm going to rotate. So I'm going to start with my left side, bringing my left arm, opening up as far as I can, and coming back to center. And we're going to alternate sides. So doing the left side and then the right side. So we're opening up as far as we can, exhaling as we gaze past our thumb and back down. I'll show you from this angle as well. So we're just going to do each side 2 more times. So we're opening up as far as we can and back to center. Really rotating through the spine, opening our hips, opening up our back. Not forgetting to breathe. We got 1 more on each side. Great job, everyone. I know this is difficult, but you guys are doing awesome. We're going to do 1 more. This is our last side. And back to center. Okay. We can now get away from that position. So let's go ahead and make our way onto the ground. We're going to sit on the ground now. We're going to do a nice little shin box position. So 1 leg in front, the other leg is going to be in back. Let me move my camera a little bit more. And we're going to place our hand to the side. So right now, my left leg is in front, so my left hand is going to be out to the side. And this is going to open up our hips as well as our spine a little bit more. So I'm going to start with my right hand. I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to reach through in between my body and my arm, reaching as far as I can and returning to center. So we're going to reach, exhaling, looking that direction as well, and back to center. All right, let's go ahead and do that 2 more times. So we're reaching as far as we can and returning to center. Awesome. Last one here, reaching, exhaling, and back to center. Awesome. So let's go ahead now and flip over to the other side. So now my right leg is going to be in front, my left leg is behind. We got 90-degree angles in our knees. So ankles are directly out to the side. And now I'm going to do the same leg that's in front, my same arm to the side. So right leg, right arm. They're going to take my left hand, reach through, exhale as far as we can, and back to center. Wow, got lots of cracks in my spine today. And we're going to exhale, reaching as far as we can. Returning to center. You guys are doing great. We're going to do 2 more of these. Exhale, reaching as far as we can. And back to center. All right, you guys, last one, reaching as we exhale. And back to center. Awesome. All right, we can return to either seated, kneeling, or standing. That was all we had time for today. I know I gave you guys a little bit of a difficult one with that squatting stretch, but you all did awesome. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you feel a little bit better, gotten some movement in again today. Don't forget, if you have any questions about anything, you can always schedule a consult with me or Luis or Brittany, as well as check out our SharePoint site for any information on our upcoming programs, our group exercise classes, as well as you're able to schedule a stretch break or a group movement class with your team with one of us. So yes, Brittany, his squats are brutal, but we're working on our hips. We're getting better. We're all getting better at it. But thank you all for coming. I hope you have a wonderful day. And we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
One.
Good job, you guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Jazzy.
Sorry.
Dude, it's good. It's all good.